Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Dink and welcome to my video. This week on my videos I'm going to be focusing on the Blossoms in Blooms bundle that is in the new annual catalog. This is really a pretty stamp set with the flowers stamps, and then it's got several greetings, and then the coordinating dies that go with it are absolutely amazing. So there are actually two big dies and then some smaller dies in it. And the big dies do cut two different images. One of them cuts this flower, okay? That's the real thin outline of the flowers. And the other one cuts the next layer inside, which is a little bigger on the image. So actually they are meant to be laid like that, which you can't really see much because I did them both in the same color. But also, once you have stamped your flower image down, they are meant to overlay on top of it also. So that creates a very pretty thing. So I'm going to be showing you all the different ways to use the different layers and stuff on my videos this week. But today what I wanted to share with you is a card that I made. I am in a swap coming up here real soon, and we had to use products from the new catalog, and this is the card that I made. And I actually made them in all 5 of the new in colors, but I thought it just turned out really pretty. Now, one reason I wanted to show you this, like I said, the dies cut out 2 different flower images. When you have to make 21 of a card, this one is a tough route to go because that is some really little poking that you have to do, really little and gluing and things like that. But this layer is perfect if you have to make mass quantities of cards, and it turns out just beautiful all by itself. So are you ready to get started? Let's do this. So I am actually going to make this card in purple. It's going to be Gorgeous Grape, and you need a card base that starts off that's 8.5 by 5.5. Go ahead and fold it in half to make your card base. Be sure and use a bone folder so that your fold is nice and crisp. Okay. Your next layer is a piece of Whisper White, and this one measures 5.25 by 4. Now I have already run this through my Big Shot with my new favorite embossing folder, and that is the new Tasteful Textile embossing folder. It just gives it the coolest look, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but the camera does help it. But it just is a gorgeous background that's very subtle, but a little more prominent than our actual subtle embossing folder. So I love it. It is my new favorite. And I'm just going to put some adhesive around the 4 sides, center this on my card, and stick it down. Now, I have not received my order yet of my new adhesive, so until then, I'm still using my good old standby that I love, which is my Tombow, my liquid glue. Okay? So here I have run the my cardstock through the die that does the bigger images, okay? And I thought I would wait until on here to actually poke it out so you can see just how easy this one really is to work with, okay? Now you can use the brush on the Take Your Pick tool, which I do use a lot, but these are pretty big pieces that I'm poking out, so a lot of times I will just go through and I even find it faster to just poke them through with my fingernails. If you kind of wiggle your cardstock back and forth a little bit, the pieces will fall out pretty quickly too. There's just a couple little ones in here that get stuck, but there you go. That's how fast it is to get the centers all out of that particular die. So I really do like it, and like I said, it's a good one to use if you're making mass quantities of things. So all I want to do, again, my Tombow, my liquid, is I'm just going to go through and along the edges that stick out the most, I'm just going to put little dots of my adhesive. It does not take a lot. And I'm just going to do it just like that. We're going to pop it over And I'm going to center it and lay it down just like that. And all you need to do, push down, tap it a few times, and your glue takes hold and it's ready to roll. Okay? I also am going to stamp my greeting for the card, and I'm going to use the same stamp set. And I was just thinking about one of my friends the other day that I sure miss and am not going to get to see for a while, so I'm going to do the sure do miss you greeting on here. Okay, so I'm just going to, I've cut my strip of cardstock to 3/4 of an inch because I'm using my lovely labels Pick-a-Punch for it, and that is about the width or the design that I wanted. I'm actually going to do this one, was on this one here. So all I'm going to do is slide this in, center it, and then slide it in and punch. Then I am ready to stamp it in black ink. I'm going to put it right about there. Okay. And what I taught you about the punch before, so that you're sure to get it centered, is save the little piece that you punch off of this end. Then you can put it on this end about where you want it, how big you want your label. So I'm going to say about right there looks centered. Then you know how long that strip of cardstock should be to be able to center your words. Okay, so I've got that. I'm just going to slide that in like that, center it, punch it, and there we go, just like that. Okay, now I do want that popped up with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put one on each end. And then what I did, just a little splash of ribbon on here, and I wanted to do this silver edge because I wanted to put some rhinestones on it. So this is our metallic edged ribbon. This is the silver. And I'm just going to kind of fold it down to get an idea of my length, cut it at an angle, and then I want it on my tag. So I always say the best adhesive to use for ribbon is our tear and tape. So I'm just going to tear off a piece, put it right across like that, take off the backing, and then I'm ready to adhere my ribbon down. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of flip it over just like that. Okay, now it's ready to adhere to my card. So I'm going to turn it over to the front side, center it. Of course, I got to take the backings off of my dimensionals so it will hold. So again, center it, stick it down just like that, and there you go. Turned out to be a really pretty card. Let's throw on a couple of rhinestones. We're going to try something different this time since I seem to struggle with this. We're going to pick it up with the tip of my Take Your Pick tool, and then they'll cooperate a little better for me. Stick that one right down there. Perfect. Okay, so there you go. There is my card for today using the Blossoms in Bloom bundle, which has the stamp set and the coordinating dies. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this, and I hope that you come back for my Facebook Live tomorrow and also my video on Thursday, and I will be showing you some more ways to use the dies and the stamp sets all together to make beautiful cards. So thanks so much for watching. Please give me some love on this so I know that you are liking what I'm doing. Please share my video with all of your friends, and I'll catch you next time.